Atlantic Coast Conference. Those 10 wins, by the way, only the 4th time that Clemson has done that in their ACC history. As the opening tip will be controlled by Noko, and the Tigers will come at it on the offensive attack. A&M will pick up in a little man-to-man pressure. Here's Grantham. Looking inside and Blossom game. He will not be shy about taking the 3. Up no good, and a whistle, and already a foul called inside.
You see immediately the size of Clemson paying off as Noko's able to get position and draw the foul, and he's going to be difficult to handle. He's got the quickness and he's got the size, and simply it's a matter of Rattlers not having enough size to put up with Clemson, so we could see a lot of down-low play tonight for the Tigers.
Curry leave guilty of the foul, his first and the team's first. DeMarcus Harrison will feed it to Grantham. They'll come over here to Rod Hall in the paint. Blossom game, working around the perimeter of this defense of the Rattlers, and we're going to get ball that is knocked out of bounds by A&M. 20 seconds on the shot clock.
Coach Burnell likes to run that motion offense. Last year with KJ McDaniels, he had the luxury of running the offense through McDaniels, but this year it's back to a more comfortable rotating the ball, working for that good high percentage shot with a lot of touches.
2-3 zone, little skip pass to Harrison. He'll fire the 3. No good. Rebounded outside. Foster. A&M looking to run with it. Rutley will feed it back outside to Foster. Tigers will pick up in man-to-man. Coverleave will lead it to Foster out front. Played at Brunswick Community College last year, did Foster. Out front, Roshaw will lose it out of bounds, and a turnover.
And that could be the story of the night. You've got that very experienced team of Clemson applying that great defensive pressure. And let's face it, these young players from the Rattlers have got to be a little bit nervous. Not only are they playing for the first time for this university, but it's the first game of the year, and they're a little uncomfortable a little bit, I'm sure, as well.
2 shots so far for the Tigers. Both of them have come outside the arc. Still looking for our first points in this ball game. A&M goes to the zone pressure. Here's Grantham with his first shot in a Tiger uniform, short. And here comes A&M the other way. And they'll lose it out of bounds as once again Foster will lose it out of bounds. Second turnover. 18:27 to go here first half. And looking for our first points. We'll watch the replay here. Grantham off the left wing, working around the perimeter. Harrison back outside to Hall. Rod Hall will give it to DeMarcus Harrison. Now they'll dump it low. Noko outside. Hall will drive it into the paint, put up the floater, and knock it down. So Rod Hall gets our first points of the night. Comes at the 18:02 mark. 2-0 in favor of Clemson.
76 career start for Hall tonight, and the guys matching up against him have 0 or 2 minutes worth of play now.
3 ball, no good. Rebounded by the Tigers inside. Grantham, for a big guy, can handle it. He gives it to Harrison to the hole. Can't finish. Rebounded inside. And here come the Rattlers in transition. Nice little pump fake looking inside. Foster throws it away. Hall comes up with it. Lead pass, Grantham. 4-0 Tigers.
Well, the Rattlers are a little rattled right now here, the first 3 minutes of their season. Turned the ball over a couple of times. They need that one basket to settle down and relax a little bit.
Down inside, and a foul call here on Landry Noko. See, bodied up against Roshaw. So Noko's first, team's first.
Good penetration cut. Actually, the foul's going to be there on Grantham.
Yeah, they call it on Grantham. Excuse me.
I'm sure Grantham eager to get on that shot blocking parade at Clemson.
No doubt.
The Tigers, the leading shot blocking team in the ACC last year.
So George Rosa steps up there and knocks the first one home. Second opportunity coming. And it's a 4-2 lead for the Tigers. Tigers will break the pressure. Harrison in the forecourt. Rod Hall will find Grantham left corner for 3. Got it. 5 early points for Dante Grantham, the young freshman.
This could be a night of first. First field goal, first foul, first three-pointer.
Foster takes it strong to the hoop. Noko is there. Foster gets his own rebound. Will feed it offside and a hoop and a harm. So Karelev will get the basket and a foul.
The big Bulgarian getting to the hoop and drawing some harm there. And, you know, coach didn't have much time to do a lot of recruiting, so he searched all over. The Bahamas, Bulgaria, Washington State, handful of players from Florida. It's a very diverse roster for the Rattlers.
Big left-hander strokes the free throw off the back of the rim, no good. Jerron Blossomgame with the rebound. Quick lead pass, Harrison picked up. Looking in the left corner, Grantham. Rod Hall against the zone pressure. And an off-ball foul, and that foul will go against Landry Noko, and there will be Noko's first. Team's third. So 16:21 to go here first half, and the Tigers lead at 7-4. Here comes Zidi Chite in the ball game as Noko will go to the bench. Chite, a sophomore, 6'10", 240-pounder from Senegal. Rutley will give it off to Foster. Back over to Rutley. Picked up there by Harrison. Roshan will step back, take the jumper. No good, batted around. Scramble for it, loose ball, and A&M will come away with it. Shot clock violation, though. Did not get it to the front of the rim. And with that, we will head off to break. So the Tigers here at the first timeout, leading at 7-4. They
in the ball game for sure at 7-4, and I think they're going to get a good solid performance tonight.
Rod Hall will work it up floor. Florida A&M will go back man-to-man pressure here. Jordan Roper in the ball game. They're controlling it. We'll give it to Hall. Trying to get it to Grantham, knocked away, picked up Blossomgame. Now Rattlers look like settle back in some zone pressure, trying to dump it low to Jete. And out of bounds it goes. So 17 seconds on the shot clock. Ball will go baseline.
Sometimes the best way to get some momentum on offense is to pick it up on defense. And you see the Rattlers, Coach Samuels, nailing it up a notch on defense. A little more aggressive, couple more double teams. Added to the energy level of Florida A&M.
Rod Hall back outside to Roper against the zone pressure. Hall will try to drive, does so, puts it off the glass, and good. 4 for Rod Hall here in the early going. Tigers by 5, 9-4. Foster, forecourt against the man-to-man pressure of the Tigers. Will drive it against Jete, off the glass, and good. Earns himself an opportunity at a three-point play the Naismith way.
Well, there's the play of the game so far for A&M. Foster not afraid to go up against a 6'10" defender. Giving away about a foot there. Still able to get the hoop and one.
Good body control. So Foster at the line. Shooting his first free throw in an A&M uniform, and it's up no good. Rebounded out there by the Tigers. Roper, feeder to Grantham, left corner, back outside to Hall. Again, Florida A&M. Pick up a little switching defense, create a steal. 3-on-2 the other way for the Rattlers. Blocked by Grantham out of bounds. Well, Grantham doing his best KJ McDaniels impersonation there.
Again, and there's your first block for Grantham. Not shy at all. Immediately making an impact for the Tigers and being aggressive. And when you have that eraser like that, takes a turnover and turns it into a block shot.
Obviously, for the last several years here in Clemson, KJ McDaniels, and now rookie for the Philadelphia 76ers. A scoring, rebounding, and blocking machine for Brad Brownell's Tigers.
Well, 6 minutes into the season, you hate to start making comparisons, but they play a similar game.
They do. Shot up, put up inside, no good. And down on the ground, and we're going to get a hell ball situation. Actually, looks like
little player hold the ball game, and they'll look to him for leadership throughout the season.
Karelev will check back in. Dump it low. Jumper put up and good. Pellot with the hoop. Draws Florida A&M to within a point. Here's Grantham for three. No, off the front of the rim. Rebounded by the Rattlers. Rutley in the forecourt, keeping that dribble alive. Get it back right corner. Take the three ball. No good. Rebounded by Josh Smith inside for the Tigers. Rod Hall on transition. Austin Ajukwa, 4-3.
We mentioned the deep bench for Coach Brownell. He's not afraid to use it. He's got a couple of guards. He thinks he can get a spark coming off the bench with the outside shot. We've already seen that they've got the sides down low. A lot of weapons for Brownell.
12-8. Tigers by 4. 13.5 to go first half. Rutley stops in the drive. We'll get a 3-second lane violation call. Camerly was checking out in the paint a little too long. C-15 just setting up in the paint. Only allowed 3 seconds in there. Got caught. Ajukwa feed it between the circles to Roper. Now to Hall. Low block Smith. Jump hook. Got it. Josh Smith's first points of the 2014-15 season. Tigers by 6. 14-8.
Clemson goes to man-to-man.
He'll be in that man-to-man for the most of the evening. Very rarely will you see Brad Brownell's club go to a zone. Foster with 12 in the shot clock. Roper, good defense on him. Drives it inside, puts up the hope. Smith with a rebound. Lead to Ajukwa. Can't finish. Fight for it loose inside. Ajukwa on the floor comes up with it. And we're going to get a foul call, I believe, here on the Rattlers. And we will.
Well, it's going to be so discouraging for the Rattlers on offense as these guards battle to get by that tough man-to-man pressure defense. And as soon as they get by, they get underneath and they run into a couple of 6'9" and 6'10" defenders.
Foul called on Foster. His first. Hall will inbound it to Ajukwa. Look at the Roper. Back to Ajukwa over to Rod Hall. Grantham at the right high post. Knocked loose. Stays with it though. Ajukwa will square up. Take the three. Short, no good. Rebounded inside. And we get a foul on the floor, they say. And that will go against Rutley.
So much of rebounding, and I'm sure Charles Barkley will tell you this lesson, is all about positioning and anticipation. And when you have the anticipation and you get position and you have the size like Smith does, you're gonna find yourself on that foul line a lot.
Get our first look at the freshman out of Shelby, North Carolina for the Tigers, Gabe DeVoe. Guy that led the Tar Heel State in scoring as a senior in high school with 34 points a game. Shot no good by Smith. Here is Rutley with it. Foster picked up by Ajukwa. Rutley for three, no good. DeVoe with a rebound. Give it off to Roper, squaring up, taking the three, got it. Roper makes it a 9-point lead for the Tigers at 17-8. 11.5 and counting first half.
5 different Tigers have scored tonight.
See the field goal percentage there. Field goals for the Tigers so far. 7 of 15. DeVoe able to tip this missed shot over to Ajukwa. Nice spin dribble. Back to DeVoe. 3 ball on the way. No good. Rebounded Rutley, feeding it to Foster, stolen by DeVoe. Able to save it to his teammate Ajukwa. In the corner, Grantham for 3. No. Rebounded by the Rattlers.
This may be a key point of the ball game for the Rattlers now. The tempo was really picked up. They've gotten a little careless with the basketball, and there's always that danger right now on the road. A very inexperienced team of letting this game get away from them too early. Foster. Rutley in the paint from 8. Shot at 7. And a rebounding foul as Grantham grabs it. Will go against Rutley. Just a frustration foul for Rutley. Fouling after missing the relatively easy 4-footer. And that will lead us to break as the Tigers with 10:33. And
Rattlers will show a little three-quarter full court pressure. Tigers break it.
And it's not so much how many points Roper can score, but it's when you score them. Coming off the bench, hitting that clutch jumper, taking some pressure off of a slumping player.
Last time these two clubs met was Roper's freshman year back in August. And he scored 16 points against A&M. Noko in the paint. Left-handed shot, no good. Tipped around, Ojukwu comes away with the rebound. Roper looking for Harrison. Here's Ojukwu from 12, got it. Ojukwu with 5 in the contest. Tigers now a double-digit lead at 19-8.
Ojukwu was a star, a high school player here in the state of South Carolina. Stayed at home to play his college ball.
Foster will work it to Rutley. Back outside Foster. Tigers have outscored now Florida A&M 10-0 over about the last 4.5.
And that's the problem for the Rattlers. They don't know who their go-to man is when you get in a situation where you desperately need a hoop. They don't have that go-to guy yet.
And the Tigers create a turnover. Here comes Roper. Keeps the dribble alive. Foul line jumper. Yes. And that's enough for Byron Samuels to come off the Rattlers bench and call a timeout here. So right now things are flowing offensively.
Standing finish to last season, and you think if they were healthy going into that SMU game in the Final Four of the NIT that they may have accomplished even more. But this is a confident team, a team that was excited to get the season going, knowing that the postseason is a real possibility this year.
Another turnover generated by the Tigers. Roper will drive it left side off the glass and good. Well, the natural lefty took it to his strong hand. Roper now with 7 points to lead the way for the Tigers. Last basket for Florida A&M came at the 14:23 mark. We've gone almost 6 minutes without a basket for the Rattlers. Here's Craig Bowman driving it left side of the lane. Will dump it off. Jumper no good. Battle for the rebound. Loose ball comes out. Harrison on the floor diving after it. And I believe they're going to say he touched it while he was out of bounds. Kind of like the hustle of the senior, DeMarcus Harris.
And Florida A&M is going to do one thing. They're going to play hard. They're going to get down and get on the floor as well. That's the one thing you can control if you're the coach Samuels. You know, if the talent level's not there, if the chemistry's not there, you can build on that. But the one thing you can demand every night from your team, play hard, play aggressive, and play the way you want them to play.
DeVoe and Hall back in as Harrison and Roper check out. Bowman's jumper from the right high post, no good. Tigers in transition. Hall. DeVoe left open from 19. Air ball. Rebounded by Bowman. Lead pass to Spicer. Our first look here at Jonathan Spicer in the game. Back outside to Craig Bowman. Hello, Valentin. Inside the reverse layup. Nice move there by the big. Lawson game in the paint. Whistle before the shot.
Boy, Blossom game's another weapon that could really blossom for the Tigers this year. Has battled injuries, that very unfortunate injury before he even suited up for the Clemson.
Up and in. Tigers extend their lead now to 15 at 25-10. Foster gives it off, gets it right back. Sticky man-to-man by the Tigers. Blossom game along the baseline will force a turnover. Traveling call against Jerron Foster.
Well, for Coach Samuels, you'd like to look down your bench and see if you can find a spark, but there's just not one there. Clemson's bench outscoring the Rattlers 14-0.
You've only got 6 guys on that bench, and right now one of them's hurt at the end of the bench.
Now you see Bastien with the ice pack to the eyeball.
Inside, Noko, the hoop and harm. He'll go to the line looking for the three-point play.
And Clemson taking advantage of the fact that Florida A&M doesn't have all their bigs down low and attacking.
Now Noko, just a big physical presence inside, whose offensive game has really developed during his time here at Clemson. So he'll go to the line, looking for the three-point play the old-fashioned way. And the free throw is good. Tigers last year as a team 74.4% from the free throw line. And if you followed Clemson basketball for any length of time, you know that is impressive. Matter of fact, it was an all-time record.
Best in the ACC, and when you read that, you almost have to go back and reread it to make sure that it said that. And indeed, best free throw shooting team in the ACC, the Clemson Tigers.
Forced jumper, no good. Rebounded, though, inside. Spicer, block. And here come the Tigers on transition. Oh, we'll give it to Harrison for the big slam.
It all starts with defense. Noko with the block ignites the 2-on-1.
Tigers up 20, 30-10. Bounce pass inside and a good turnaround jumper by Kerley. 30-12. Tigers by 18. DeVoe forecourt. Into the paint. Harrison from 17. No good. Rebounded out of there by Spicer. He'll outlet it to Bowman. Into the paint. Bowman, the fadeaway, blocked by DeVoe, but DeVoe must have got him on the reach yet.
Well, the one thing is we talk always about Clemson playing defense. When you have a bench that's this deep, you're allowed to be a little bit more aggressive, get more players in the game, and you have a little more jump in your game. And Noko gets the block, and the unselfish pass from the leader, Hall, sets up a little showtime.
That's experience. That's a junior and two seniors on the opposite end working together. Bowman strokes home the first free throw. 1 of 2 now from the line is Craig Bowman, young freshman from St. Petersburg, Florida. Patrick Rooks will check into the Clemson lineup for the first time tonight. Rooks was a guy that was out all last season because of a hip injury. Second free throw, no good. Tipped out Roper. Roper wanting to push it. Looks, finds Rooks. Now that ball partially blocked, comes down short. And here come the Rattlers on transition, having to save it back in. Blossom Game can't come up with a handle. Out of bounds off of the Tigers. Ball will stay with Florida A&M. Bowman will check out as Jared Foster, the junior from Winston-Salem, back in. And here comes Josh Smith back into the Clemson lineup as Jaron Blossom Game will go to the bench. Spicer to inbound it. Does so to Rocha. Working it down low, and that'll be a traveling call against Pellot Valentin.
Well, there's simply no good matchups for Florida A&M when they go down there on offense. There is no Rattler player who's going to take the ball to the hoop or be aggressive against this Clemson defense who can make the one-on-one move. They just don't have that talent right now.
Roper forecourt against the 2-3 zone. Skip pass. Smith outside. Rooks open to Roper. In and out. Battle keeping it alive inside and out of bounds off of the Tigers. So 5:09 left here first half, and Clemson up 17, 30-13. Biggest lead has been 20. That was at 30-10. Foster will bring it in forecourt, picked up by Roper. Tigers stay in man-to-man. Off the pick comes Rocha, and then we're going to get a foul called here on the illegal pick. So Emanuel Pellot Valentin guilty of the foul.
And Pellot Valentin has been their #1 option on offense, so if he gets into foul trouble, the Rattlers are really in trouble.
Roper into the forecourt for the Tigers, still the 2-3 zone by Florida A&M. Harrison topped the key for 3. No. Smith able to keep it alive, though. Get it back outside to Rooks. Roper. Smith. Rooks. Good bounce pass. Roper stops and pops from 13. Shot at 12. Gets the ball back, though. Will reset the offense. Rooks will fire the 3. No. Rebounded by Kerley. And here's Foster in the forecourt.
The Tigers with 2 offensive rebounds in that possession. Florida A&M has got to prevent that, or it is going to be a very long night for them. Can't keep giving Clemson 2 or 3 chances each time they touch the basketball.
Pellot Valentin inside. Makes it 30-15, so 5 straight points here by Florida A&M. Have cut the lead down to 15 for the Tigers. Harrison trying to drive it inside and has it blocked out of bounds by Carey.
We have official timeout.
And that will bring us to a timeout. So Pellot Valentin in the paint, able to convert for the Rattlers of A&M.
A lot of pressure either. I think people are going to be very patient with this Rattlers team for this year and next year.
Has 0 pressure on Byron Samuels, that's for sure. Roper out front, close to a 5, gets it off to Jeté. Back in the hands of Roper. And that ball knocked out of bounds by Bowman. 6 seconds on the shot clock. And a sub in here for the Rattlers. We'll get
the Stain's back in.
Yep.
The fight doctor, Freddie Pacheco, was over there making sure his cut was cleared up and the swelling was down, so now he's back in the game. He only played 1 minute before taking that inadvertent right hook, and now he's back in with about 3:20 to go.
Roper, step back. No. Jeté trying to keep it alive, can't. A&M comes away with it. A fight doctor reference. You got to have some age on you to remember the fight doctor now.
That's what Google's for.
Ball down low. Pellot Valentin on the floor. Comes up with a loose ball outside. Bowman the long 3. No. Jeté tips it over to Grantham back in the contest. Grantham stops and pops for 3. No good. And a rebounding foul inside will go against Florida A&M. Florida A&M already over the limit, so this should be a 1-and-1 for the Tigers.
Well, Grantham's not shy, that's for sure. He's come out shooting and he hasn't stopped, and that's what you want to see in a freshman.
Oh, yeah.
It's confident. They're open shots. He's not forcing anything, but you have that open shot, take it. There is a void in this Clemson lineup, needing somebody to step up and be that double-digit point guy, the guy that gives them the big play and the spark. And, you know, college basketball these days, that's what freshmen do.
So Sidy Jeté at the line with a 1-and-1, and he misses a first free throw badly, rebounded by Blossomgame, and held ball situation. An alternate possession will leave it with the Tigers. Well, we told you the Tigers were a great free throw shooting team. Last year, Jeté was not one of the reasons. Inbounds pass to Blossomgame. To Ojukwu, and now Harrison. A&M will stay in this zone pressure. Harrison, foul line jumper. Tipped up and in. Sidy Jeté gets his first 2. And that breaks the scoring drought by the Tigers.
3 A&M players went after the shot block, leaving some white jerseys all alone underneath for the easy tip back.
Tigers by 17 at 32-15. 2:15 left here first half. Craig Bowman picked up by DeMarcus Harrison in the man-to-man. Rocha. Foster with 8 on the shot clock. Nice little pump fake, step in, and a good little leading jumper. 32-17. Here's Harrison out of the left corner for 3. No. Offside rebound, Jeté, and he'll be fouled.
Well, the Tigers have had some open looks. They've missed a lot of open jumpers, so there is room for improvement in the shooting category, but when you've got those big bodies down low, those offensive rebounds, when they're yours, they feel great, and when you give them up, they are just so demoralizing.
Foul call on Jordan Jackson. So Jeté will go back to the line.
Well, he needs to practice.
Yeah, with the 1-and-1.
Look at that.
Yeah, 50% on the year right now. 1 of 2.
It's contagious. All of a sudden, Clemson's got the fundamentals down. Good free throws, good defense, shot blocking, and in all seriousness, that'll carry you a long way in the ACC when you do those so-called little things well.
Bonison is good. Knocks them both home. 34-17. Tigers have doubled up. Florida A&M here in this first half, and a timeout will be called here by Byron Samuels with 1:42 left in this first half. It'll be a 30-second timeout. Let's take a look at Coach Samuels there on the Rattlers bench. There's Brad Brownell for Clemson.
Speed things up when you're trying to
here in this first half. And a whistle and an off-ball foul
And that's exactly the opposite thing that Coach Samuels wanted to happen.
Call a timeout, you get something set up, and then you get an off-ball foul to go against Jared Foster. The ball back into the Tigers' hands as Roper into the forecourt. Still the 2-3 zone by the Rattlers. Jukwa. Give it to Roper. Feed it off. Harrison. Got it for 3. Tigers back up by 20. 37-17. A minute 15 left here first half. Bowman working against Harrison. Gives it to Pellot Valentin. And we're going to get a whistle and a foul call. Foul call on Chute. Roper. Give it to the off man, free man. Harrison buried the 3. He played so well down the stretch last year for Clemson. Was a big factor for Clemson.
And that confidence carries over, especially when you play well in the big games. When you play well in the ACC, you play well in the postseason. That really builds your confidence.
Foul against Chute, by the way, was a team 6th against the Tigers. Foul line jumper on the way, no good by Bastinen.
Well, to give you an idea of a little bit of the mismatch that's happened here with the depth-wise in this first half, as you see the foul there, and I'll go to the line and shoot 2. Clemson has 8 different players who have scored. Florida A&M, 3.
First personal foul on Josh Smith, the team's 7th. And the free throw no good by Quentin Bastinen from the Bahamas. Graduate student, played at New Jersey Tech. That's a guy that likes classic cars and playing the drums.
He doesn't like right crosses.
No, he does not. Hits the second free throw, though. 37-18. Tigers by 19. Ball knocked out of bounds. Right in front of the A&M bench. 27 on the shot clock. 43.2 game clock. Roper. Skip pass to Ojukwu. Outside Harrison. Harrison down the lane. The runner got it.
You're seeing the full package from Harrison. He was the team's leading 3-point shooter last year. Just knocked down a 3, and now you see him able to take it to the rack as well.
7 points for Harrison. He and Roper leading the way in the scoring column for the Tigers, each with 7. Shot clock off. 15 seconds to go here first half. Bowman. Foster took a look at the clock, knowing where he is. Spin dribble in the paint, ball knocked loose. Smith will tip it forward to Roper. 2 seconds, 1 second. Roper dunks it to end the half. So an emphatic jam to end the first 20 minutes of action here in Littlejohn as the Tigers lead Florida A&M at halftime, 41.